Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And check out this Steve Cannon high-end art that you see there. Normally his stuff does sell for about 20, 25 grand. Selling this stuff, his first Predator project at 15K. You get a $3,000 discount if you pay an OMI. And again, part of the proceeds do go to Best Friend Animal Society. Anyway, we are going to start off today with OMI. OMI up about 1.1% on the day, up to about 00089. We have about 716 in volume. We were up quite a bit more, up to almost 00093. Why the little pump? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, there's not a lot of liquidity down here. A buddy of mine had won a nice amount of money at the slots. It's like, I'm going to buy OMI, and that's why I think you saw a little bit of it the past couple days. I don't know if all of it is him. He didn't put the whole thing in OMI. Obviously with that, you have to pay taxes and all that. There's another buddy of mine that doesn't really do any type of crypto investing in general. There's nothing on Web3. He doesn't know anything about NFTs. He's like, hey, listen, let me just dip my feet in a little bit. Just tell me about it. I'll send you a check. Like, okay. Yeah, this is how old school they are. That they sent a check. They didn't send PayPal or Venmo or anything. And then so I got today. I was like, okay, it's $1,000. I'll get you like a million OMI. But it was like it was 00093 at the time. I was like, okay, I'll wait for it to go down. So I did get another million down here at about the 00089. And it could go back down lower. It could go back down to, I don't know. I mean, the Congress did extend the government almost shut down, as it always does every year. Or every couple years for, I'm going to say, they delayed it by 45 days. They had some emergency funding going for 45 days. Basically, what the government shutdown means is just, oh, hey, we couldn't agree on a budget. Not that the government can't function. It's just that, hey, we can't agree on a budget, so the government's going to shut down, blah, blah, blah. Shout out to Nancy Mace that said she would not take any pay while the government was shut down. Shout out to her. I really love her. Anywho, moving on here. Grumpy Cat not so good on the day, down about 4.72%. We are still above a $4.5 million market cap. We've been between there and about $5.5 million over the last couple days. We are up about 300% over the past couple months. Probably after ComicCon, you'll see that have a meteoric rise again for reasons that I don't know anything about. Anyway, for the rest of the market, not too bad of a day. Bitcoin down 0.4%, Ethereum down 0.3%. BNB down 0.5%. So everything is down with the exception of Solana and Cardano. Those are up 0.7% and 1.1% respectively. Everything else is down, but again, it's all less than 1%. Nothing is down more than that. And then you have things like Polygon Matic, that's up 4%. And then on the outlier, you have Bitcoin Cash, that's down 6.5%. Damn, that got hit. But like I said, I'm pretty happy to buy OMI. I have only 175 right now. I do have 176, but $1 million of that is a friend of mine that I'll just, whenever he wants to sell or buy more. I should put that in a separate wallet for him. Comment down below what you have, whether it's Trust Wallet, whether you have Trezor, or you just trust your MetaMask, whatever it is. I'm just curious. So there's this article that's circulating, and it's about 1.5 years old. It's from CNBC, or CNBS as some like to call it, because they always get news wrong, at least as far as Tesla goes. Anyway, the article, again, is from May of 2022 that states Bob Iger, eBay sports agent Rich Paul, Chernin Group team up to buy 25% stake in toy maker Funko. How much of that is Bob Iger's and Disney's? I don't know, but again, this was kind of floating around today, like, yo, guys, after this deal, that Bob Iger just did this deal, like, okay, well, Bob Iger did this about 1.5 years ago. Could Veve have used that leverage in order to get Funko? I'm sure anytime that David wants to do something that will help benefit the overall company, Disney and Marvel will be like, yeah, sure, go use our relationships. Let's get this done, because again, it benefits them. So I think having this really, really intense group of users that just buy buy whatever Veve puts out, and again, that's does Veve sell out everything? No, but they sell out most things that they do. And if you're selling out most things that you do, and even things that don't sell out right away, they do get bought up eventually. I don't think you really need to focus on. I just focus on production. Just focus on churning that system and going and putting out as much product as possible. Now, obviously, make it high quality. You don't want the quality to lower down. But as long as they're selling most of what they sell, most of what they make, keep it up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And again, this is in a bear market. However, speaking of drops, we had our first drop today in a couple of days, and it made about $32,000. So cool, good stuff. I'm happy it made at least a little bit of money. Didn't sell out. I think tomorrow's you have a little bit more. Instead of having 7,500 like you did today, you have 10,000, and instead of having $7 like you did today, or it's $10. So, but again, it is a more popular comic, so we'll see how that does. Also, this just in, the judge rejects the SEC's motion to appeal Ripple XRP ruling. Good. SEC is just embarrassing themselves with losses again and again and again to no avail. It's almost like Gary Gensler is just, oh, hey, let me just try to get 1 or 2 victories. Maybe then, mommy Elizabeth Warren will go and make me Fed chairman of the board. Maybe she'll do that. This is why nobody respects the SEC, because they keep on losing. They keep trying, and they're holding back progress. And I hate things that hold back progress. They hecked around, and they found out. Anyway, this is kind of old news from like a week-ish ago, but there were some leaked documents that the FTC had. They did not like that Microsoft, Xbox was really buying Activision Blizzard and a couple of other things, and they tried to hey, bring some stuff in court. And there were some leaked documents in that court revealing that Microsoft does plan to bring crypto wallets to Xbox. So this did happen like a week and a half ago. But the fact that they have the big plans to bring that in, I think crypto is one thing, that's expected to be just blockchain is going to take over the world. But the NFT gaming is going to be another thing that it's just going to happen. Some people might fight it because they don't understand it yet. But that is the next revolution of gaming. And this is why, you have a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity here, just with the metaverse, with crypto in general. And, I still believe OMI's going to get a piece of that. Now, obviously, this is not financial advice. Although what I did tell my friend, I was like, hey, listen, and this is my friend. This is a conversation between me and my homie. And he's like, I know something's there. I don't really know too much what you're talking about, this Veve and OMI, but, just tell me a little bit about it. And it's like, and after I go through it, they're like, okay, well, what? And my friend is older, so he has no problem holding for 5-10 years. I was like, listen, if you get, let's say, like gold, average of 4% a year, even T-bills 5% a year. At that point, I would just tell you to do S&P 500, get average of 9 to 11% a year. But this, if you put in $1,000 now, in 2 years, you'll likely have $100,000. And again, this is what I told my friend. This is not what I'm telling y'all. Any investment go to zero at any time. It is still my belief that these multi-trillion-dollar opportunities, a lot of them will sink down and they'll trickle down, and Veve and OMI will be a big part of that. Now, could I be wrong? Sure. But again, this is just my opinion. So some more speculation on the Eli Manning thing that I covered yesterday. We had kids named Burr saying, also, don't forget Eli Manning is currently employed by ESPN as he co-hosts Monday Night Football with his brother. That's true, he does. They were talking about butt cheeks this past week. Comment down below if you saw that TikTok. And because I have press passes to New York ComicCon, I'm definitely going to ask him about that. Eli, why are you and brother talking about cheeks? When people wanted to invade Area 51, were you one of those people that wanted to clap them alien cheeks? Hope I don't get demonetized for that. Anywho, moving on here. We have somebody starting the stack, Mike Marconi from Veve Collectibles and Friends over on Facebook, saying, hey, starting the stack. And he has 4 Mogul Grin black ties. I think the biggest one I know who has a stack of these, I think, is 8 of them. My whale has 2 of the secret rares, which aren't really that much. I think if you wanted 1%, you'd need like 6. You'd need about 6 of them to have 1%. I don't know how many people, if any of them do. They are quite a lot. I think like $200 still. Yeah, these are $225. They did go up at one point to like $290, but still they're $225 right now. The sub 100s, cheapest one is $370. It's number 57, which I mean at this point in my opinion, you don't really get these for the you don't get these for like the mint number. You just get one because supposedly it's going to have some benefits in Ron English's Delusionville, which is the first IP branded World of Veveverse. Now that was the first one that was announced. Is it the first one that we're actually going to get and be able to play with? I don't know. Or we're going to have multiple to choose from all at once and there'd be chaos? I don't know, but I'm very, very excited. Speaking of being excited, 8 hours ago from right now, Rudy at Namecoast over on the Twitter or the X goes on and says, "Good morning. We had an amazing sunrise this morning, and it put us in the mood for the king. Welcome home, Simba. Let's keep this collecting party going." He has the number 41 Simba. I told people a couple weeks ago, guys, this is one of the most highest grossing forms of VHS, secondary home market movies of all time. I think it was the highest of all time. And he was like $26. So I got one. My new whale, he got a sub 100 because he's a mad lad. I think he paid like $250 for it. I think the cheapest $299, so you could actually still get a sub 100. He's up to $40, I think, as of this. I think Rudy literally just moved the market where someone's like, how much did he pay? I'm guessing $1,000. I don't know. You could ask him. I don't know if that's private or not. But that is I think it's worth at least it's probably worth more. That being said, again, okay, well, Chavez, there's a couple of other number 41s that are like that. There's a Princess Anna that is $900. There's a Scar for $1,000. Why don't you get them? Do you think they're worth it? Like, yeah, I'm sure that's worth it to someone, probably multiple people. But again, in my opinion, even though I think those might be worth thousands, as in multiple thousands of dollars, or even 5 figures in the future, yeah, it's a 10x. That's great. I think OMI will do 100x. But again, just my opinion. Could be wrong. But my God, Rudy going out and getting the number 44 Lukes yesterday, all 3 of them, and then getting the number 41 Simba today. I don't know how they do it. They just continue to get these deals. You know how hard I had to work to get the number 43 Lukes? It almost did not happen. It cost me a blue bloody fortune, and it just almost didn't happen. Anywho, some interesting things that I saw. Amazing Spider-Man number 130, there's only the uncommons. There was only 9 of them left. And when they had only 9 of them left, I was like, I didn't buy it because they're hundreds of dollars, but I just happened to see that yesterday. I just thought it was interesting. Speaking of other things being interesting, you saw that photo the other day that was making its rounds over on the... it was on the X, it was on the Facebook, it was on everything that you could... that you could see, and it happened to be Taylor Swift with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, and not seen in this particular photo. Oh, wait for that message to get out of there. Not seen in this particular photo. I mean, you could see that there. However, they were posting videos and stuff of them saying, oh, they were referring to Taylor Swift as a co-worker. So she's definitely in Deadpool 3. But again, we don't know. Is she Dazzler? And Dazzler is one of those ones that can go and turn music notes into like attacks. So that would make most sense for her. I really want to see her as someone as Lady Deadpool. Please, for the love of God, bring her in. But the reason I bring that up is because yesterday, Sleepin' Comics had gone and said, oh, hey, one of the things that he might think could be interesting in the future. Oh God, I had to sneeze. Is the X-Men number 130 that happened to have the first appearance of Dazzler. And the reason why, and there's been rumors circulating that she would be Dazzler for a while, and that's probably true, but the reason why I think she could be Lady Deadpool is because one of the photos, oh God, I messed up. One of the photos as her was her as Deadpool, or Lady Deadpool, or Wanda Wilson as she's known in the Deadpool universe. So as Sleepin' was talking about it yesterday, I bought one, a couple other people bought one. I just bought the common, there's not a ton of them. You'd still get them from the store, but why'd you get them for $7 from the store, where you can get them for like $3, $4 from the actual place? Again, you might reach that inflection point at a certain moment in time where, hey, now it is worth it to go and get it from the store. So that might continue to go. I'll keep you apprised on that. I'll keep you all posted. Anyway, some other news that you guys are probably wondering about is the Christian Louboutin, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, and Marvel Limited Edition Digital Collectible. These were on the official Veve app about 10 hours ago, and then they were taken off for unknown reasons. I've seen 2 different dates, October 3rd and October 4th, as on which days they would drop. Now, clearly October 3rd is almost over. We didn't get them, so they would be probably for October 4th. And they are the Sea Queen, which is, to be honest, I don't know what these are. These are ladies' shoes. I feel like Al Bundy talking about women's shoes. And the Sea Warrior Special Edition. But be advised, these goes for thousands of dollars in the real world. So, Christian Louboutin is a well-known French fashion designer, primarily recognized for his luxury high-heeled shoes that often feature red lacquered soles, which have become his signature trademark. He founded his eponymous brand, Christian Louboutin, in the early 1990s and is renowned for his stylish and distinctive footwear designs. Regarding his connection to Marvel, Christian Louboutin collaborated with Marvel Comics in 2012 to create a special edition of shoes inspired by iconic female comic book characters. These shoes were designed to coincide with the release of the Amazing Spider-Man film. The collaboration resulted in fashionable footwear inspired by characters like Wonder Woman, Storm, and Black Widow. The shoes featured comic book style artwork and intricate designs reflecting Louboutin's unique style and the superhero name. When asked about it, David says, "I heart France and I heart New York." So this is probably something that may or may not be given out over at the New York ComicCon. Their social following is pretty big, 16.8 million over on Instagram, 2.8 million over on X. Veve Meister going out and saying, "It'll be interesting to see if Louboutin will be an own license on Veve or just a Marvel collab." We have some screenshots from Veve before they took it down, saying, "Designed in honor of the collaboration between Christian Louboutin and Marvel, the Sea Queen digital collectible is a celebration of boldness and innovation, featuring the strokes of Christian Louboutin's original design. This collector's piece proudly unveils the captivating Sea Queen shoe, a masterpiece that saw the light as a unique one-of-one creation auctioned off at the launch of our collaboration." And that's the shoe, that's the first one that we saw. The digital collectible Sea Queen is a limited treasure exclusively available to those who attended the launch events, huzzah for us, serving as a digital token of appreciation for your commitment and participation in this remarkable journey. Which launch events? Well, the first event that they had, I think, was New York ComicCon in 2021. Or no, D-Con in 2021. San Diego Comic-Con in 2022. D-Con Kickoff Party in 2022. New York Comic-Con 2022. Did you have to go to all of those? I did. Is it the most recent ones? Like, hey, we're going to hand these out at New York Comic-Con, or if you answered or RSVP'd for the invite to New York Comic-Con, whether it was via your gold and silver logo invitation or your invitation from the Mogul Grin. But that Sea Queen, the one with just the one, kind of little shoe, had 2,090 of those collectibles. You can't see that because my thing is too bright, but here you go. So it had 2,090, which just means 2,000 because Veve keeps, they keep 90, and the other one had 6,190, so quite a lot of them, and obviously that just means 6,100 because again Veve keeps 90. So depending on how much they are, I mean, it says list price 0 gems. Did we have 6,000 people go to all these events? We very well might have. I don't know. So you have a few hours left for the Discord competition for Veve. Enter for your chance to win Disney Pixar's Coco Remember Me character series collection and 3,000 VXP. You'll receive 1,000 VXP just for submitting an entry. The way to enter is by singing the Un Poco Loco chorus in a video, on or off camera, you don't have to show your face, featuring one or more of your Coco collectibles. Example entry below if you want to go on Veve's X. And submit your post to the comp-submissions channel and use hashtag Veve Un Poco Loco. Join Discord now and win. And again, you have a few hours left for that as of the making of this video. Al Kahn, my man, goes on and says, "From what Lori tells me, aka Queen Veve, says," and he's talking to Sanjay in this, saying, "Your party last year was a can't miss event. I look forward to meeting the heart of the Veve official gold and silver logo community," as in saying, hey, Sanjay, I'll be at your party. So if you have a gold and silver logo, you will get an invite to Sanjay's party this year at New York Comic-Con. It's an after party. It's not going to be during the con. So Mr. MC1 says, "Honored and thrilled, Alfred Kahn. See you October 13th evening." Okay, I guess he gave away the baby with the bathwater. Cat's out of the bag. It is October 13th that evening, so if you do have one, to my knowledge, I don't think there are +1s, so don't ask. Also, happy Mean Girls Day. It is October 3rd. On October 3rd, he asked me what day it was. It's October 3rd. So comment down below if you get that reference. I just told you what it was, but comment down below if you knew before I said it. Also, this just in today, Honda is officially accepting Bitcoin. This does come from Tech con Catalina, or that just means in Spanish or in English, Tech with Catalina. She has a couple 100,000 subscribers. So breaking news, good stuff. We got the Veve Fox going saying, hey, here's some active users. Oh, so active users in September was not so hot. We were down to 21,744 active users for the month of September, which is down almost 22%. The new wallets, which we had 476, so okay, not bad. However, that was still down 53% month over month. The market activity, this one's a little interesting. The trades, 118,560, so it's down 24%. The buyers are down 30% to 12,285. But what I really like is that the sellers, the amount of people selling, were also down 30% to 11,422. So for the Veve store, we did have 3 extra drops. So we had 25 drops. The amount of actual ones that were minted, tokens or NFTs that were minted, were 151,000. That is up 23%. So you do have less buyers, but they are buying more. And you can see that with the top 500. It just keeps increasing every single week. So you just have people kind of stepping on the gas a little bit because, again, we are, I think, in the last quarter or two of the bear market. And do we go 3 more quarters in the bear market? I don't know. We shall see. And the minters, I went that down. It went down to 15,000. So we had slightly less than 16,000 minters. But despite that, the amount of tokens issued, meaning the amount of ones that were minted, were actually up. So I am pretty happy about that. We have the tokens issued minted ratio, 44.81% to 41.53%. And she goes and says, not going to lie, but September has been a weak month for Veve. Let's hope that the upcoming New York ComicCon will bring back new life and energy into the Veve ecosystem. I definitely see that. I also see a lot of people really going and taking the, hey, buy what you like, really to heart, because people aren't just going and buying any old thing anymore. They're just like, hey, if I like it, cool. Like, I don't even know if a lot of people are actually trying to do things because they're good investments. I think the partner statue is a great investment. I think the Todd and the Riso are great investments. I think the Secret Rare and Ultra Rares, all the Spider-Men are fantastic investments. I don't have any of them. It's because I have 2 logos. And all I do is buy OMI. And I have a bunch of Marvel Mighties. But the amount of people, I don't want to say good quality people, the amount of people that I know can do it, they aren't just saying it. Like, hey, once this next money comes in, I'm going to get a logo. There's a couple of them. And it's not people like, oh, yo, I really want a logo, and you know that they can't get it. It's like, okay, yeah, more are going to be bought. And I bet you more are going to be bought that night of October 12th, of that Veve party. I guarantee you at least one is bought that night. Probably multiple. Just my opinion. Squid Cat goes and says, the Gold Dragon Club will be there representing with Legacy of Bermuda. He's requoting Meta Brew Society, who's saying, our Fest beer is ready for our own September Beer Fest next weekend, even though it'll be October. Hope to see a lot of you in Nalia at our brewery. 3 days free beer fest for our community and friends in Bavaria. Utility delivered. And he goes on and said, Squid Cat goes and says, we will be there representing with Legacy of Bermuda, who is part of the Gold Dragon Club. Thanks for Randy Chavez for turning us into Meta Brew Society utility. The dragon delivers again. So if you do have that golden dragon, this is some of the utilities. Sometimes you get free beer each quarter. You get free OMI every month. Sometimes you get an invite to Whale Week, where I go on and just host a bunch of whales, get to ask them questions, get to hang out. It's a good time. Speaking of the partner statue, shout out to Dominic Hofling that says finally did it. Paid $2,280 for his partner statue, which again, I thoroughly enjoy. I think those partner statues are super undervalued. Also, it's been about 3 years now since Veve has gone on and launched, and well, what's the reserve wallet done? Well, the reserve wallet has burned an average of 30 billion per year. And it's like, okay, well, Chavez, why are you talking about that? The reserve wallet doesn't count. That'll never enter circulating supply, so it doesn't really matter if it burns or not. And you're correct, but what can we learn from that? We learned that the average of 30 billion is burning per year. So what happens in the next year when we have bronze tickets, when we have OMI to accessory, when we have OMI to gem and OMI to NFT, and we're able to buy OMI on the web version of the app? A lot of that burn will translate into burns from the circulating supply. Even if we have a third of that, and it's 10 billion a year, a lot of people fail to recognize that there are 3 individuals that hold about 30 billion OMI each, not including the business development wallet, which is like another 30-ish billion. So we really actually have, that's fairly locked up. Most of it is like 120 or so billion, which means that we have less than 200 billion in the circulating supply. And that's just going to dwindle very, very quickly when we have all of these types of utility that we just never had before. And as most of that's translated in, do I expect 30 billion a year? No, but do I expect like 10 billion a year to be burned? Yes, I do. And that's before this becomes a household name. That's before they introduce, staking. That's before they introduce a lot of other rewards outside of just getting more MCP points. And there will be other rewards. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye, Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.